Happy Canada Day! If you are a Canadian AutCrafter like myself, you may be celebrating today, Canada Day. I am up flying around invisible, so let's take this off before we freak out anybody. We're on the AutCraft server today, where there's been an awful lot of activity, new roller coasters, new buildings. I thought, today being Canada Day, and a whole new week with a lot of new things added, that I would take a very different, special kind of tour, where essentially, you can see some people explore down there. I'm going to show you some of the very cool buildings that I have found, some of the ones that have captured my interest, I guess you could say. I'll show you those, and while I do, I will tell you about some of the things that's been happening with the AutCraft server over the last week. It's hustling and bustling, full of people. All right, so let's get on to the first building, and from there we'll tell you what's been happening. So over the last week, we've had some new plugins installed. These plugins will allow you to protect your house and your zone and lock your chests and your doors. They have proven very valuable in keeping many houses safe. We've added quite a few plugins actually to make sure that everything is taken care of, as best as we can anyway. Some new players, we miss them when they sign on, are unable to tell them what to do or how to go about protecting their house, or they build and forget that they need to tell us, and things happen. Some children just wander by and check things out, and things go missing, or something gets destroyed because they don't know that it belongs to somebody. These things happen. Everybody has been great. We've replaced everything. In this house, I don't think we'll get very many visitors, but it is under protection as well. Some of the plugins that we use include Log Block, No Cheat, Multiverse Core, World Guard, Essentials, and a couple of other ones. We've had a lot of players asking for flight, creative, and just generally a lot of items. They want us to provide their food, their armor, even the supplies that they need just to build their houses. And our answer is always go get it. It's not that we don't want to help. If anybody needs anything, if anything is taken, if they needs things that are difficult to get, if essentials basically. If somebody really needs something, we will be there and we will get it for them. And we have absolutely no problem supplying people with just about anything if they need it. But if they want it, if they don't want to take the effort to go mining for themselves, or to go crafting for themselves, or anything of that nature, like, there's no reason to be in creative unless you're just wanting to play Legos, and it's fine. I play in creative myself and build some pretty cool things, but that's not what AutCraft is all about. AutCraft is all about going on adventures and working together and venturing out and finding things and building things with your own two hands, so to speak. You know, chopping down some trees and making a house out of it. It's a very rewarding feeling, and it's something that we promote quite a bit, and we'll help people with their redstone or organization, or just about anything really, but we're not going to give them the supplies to do it. That is up to them. And for the most part, people have been pretty understanding. Some we get the occasional awe if we don't give them whatever it is they're asking for, but for the most part, it's been pretty well received. People going off and I've seen teams of 3 or 4 or even 5 people all getting together and heading off and going caving. And what's even better is they end up sharing what they found at the end. And that is very impressive. That's difficult for many people to do, much less children that have just met each other for the first time. And they do it. They go off and they find things together and they bring it back and split it all up, and they've been doing very, very well at it. So that's something we encourage, and I wrote a post about it on the Facebook fan page, which we'll have linked in the description below. We keep all the parents apprised of everything, and that topic has come up quite a bit in the last week, so I thought I would point it out, just in case anybody's wondering if your child comes in mad and telling you that the AutCraft admins aren't giving them anything and they're making the game hard or anything like that. The truth is we're just not making it easy. And I think that's okay. Something else that's new on the server, we have monsters now. But don't be too scared. We are keeping them at a distance. We've actually set up a zone around the city, 2,000 blocks on either side in any direction. That means there is a 4,000 by 4,000 region that mobs will not enter. That includes zombies, skeletons, creepers, spiders, and we've even stopped endermen and slimes. However, this means that you can go find them. If you are feeling brave and you want to venture out, you have a bit of a trek to get there, but if you do go in search of adventure, if you go in search of adventure 2,000 blocks out, you will find a wall. And on one side of that wall, you will find peace and safety and comfort. On the other side of the wall, though, oh man, it's actually it's been a bit overwhelming because I guess because on the server most of the players are in the city where there are no monsters, and the few that do venture out in search of monsters beyond the wall, I guess the game tries to populate around everybody and can't, because the people in the city are safe. So because those people are safe, it still generates those monsters, but it does so near the few people that are out adventuring. And so you end up with a lot. It has been crazy. As a matter of fact, let's go to the wall. Here we are at the monster main gate. If we come up here, snowing quite a bit, but you can see that there is a wall in place. This wall is it's an incredible wall, because this wall goes 4,000 blocks by 4,000 blocks. There's 4 of these walls surrounding the city. It is incredible. So back this way, you are safe. Over this way, though, you don't have to go too far. Let's see what's happening down here. Oh. As you can see, oh my. Yeah. You need to be exceptionally brave to venture out this far. Oh my. Yeah. Take a screenshot of that. Let's see. this is how many people we have on right now. And if I do near, there's 2 people out this pretty close too. Where are those 2? They're pretty brave to be out here anyway. But the majority of those people are back in the city, and the game is trying ever so desperately to put all of these guys where all these people are, and it's failing. So instead it finds me and the 2 people that are out here and puts them all close to us. And this is what we get. Huh. Suffice to say, we have some tweaking to do. As far as the people in the city, very, very safe. As far as the people who leave the city, though, this, I think, is a bit much. So, we don't need to feel safe, though. No need to be concerned if you don't leave the city. 2,000 blocks in any direction is quite the distance. These guys are fishing for each other. So you're still pretty safe. For the little ones that don't want to go that far, for the little ones who are afraid of monsters, they will never ever see those, which is great. But for these guys, well, I mean, they're still on the safe side of the wall, but for these guys who are looking for adventure, well, there it is. Come on. That's awesome. Oh, creeper disappeared. Alright, so that's one big change. Monsters. They're in the game now. But they need to be pretty far to get there. You can't just run into one when you walk into any random cave. So you're still pretty safe. Also, showing you builds today. This one is incredible. Because it goes as far as you can go that way and as far as you can go that way, and yeah, town is over this way if I was to go 2,000 blocks, but that would be an exceptionally boring video. All right, on to the next one. Another update is an update. Minecraft has updated to 1.6.1. We have an ocelot. So a lot of people are eager for that update. They've played it in single player, but we do not have it here on the server yet. I thought I would take a moment because we've had a lot of people wondering, why don't we have it? It's been minutes. Literally, we had people in less than an hour asking why the server had not been updated yet. The fact is that we do not run the regular plain know nothing straight up Minecraft server. We actually run what is called a bucket server, which is what allows us to run all of the plugins, which I have mentioned before earlier in the video. You didn't skip ahead, right? And that is run by a separate group of people. No, you're not supposed to be on the bed. Yeah, you're not supposed to be on there. Wow. Yeah. And because it's operated by a secondary group of individuals, they will take what Minecraft, Mojang, the company that makes Minecraft, they will take what they have released, put it through their programming grinder. And they will totally lost track now. They will make all the plugins work for the new server. If we were to just upgrade straight away, all of those plugins would no longer function, and everybody's houses would be unsafe, and all the monsters would be spawning everywhere, and it would be mayhem. So, for that reason, we're going to keep with 1.5.2 if your children or even your adults or your siblings or whomever are complaining that the AutCraft server is so out of date by entire hours. That's the reason, is we can't upgrade just yet. It'll be coming very, very soon, probably in the next day or two, but for right now, we need to stay a little bit behind. Now, the last place I just showed you actually belonged to 3 people, 3 very young men, one of which is actually not all that great at reading, but he has excelled. Now, keep this in mind, the server has been online and open to the public, well, the autism community, for less than a week, and this one child in the group has excelled at reading and writing in that short amount of time. Because he saw people reading or writing to him and he wrote back, he's just picked it up. Anyway, the 3 of them, having never met before, created that little town that you saw with many buildings and lots of cats. This one is actually somebody's base, but it's pretty much a town as well. That's why I'm including these 2. This one belongs to a young man named CJ Clow 05, I think. We just call him CJ. I don't know if it's CJ Clow or CJ CLOW 05. Anyway, this young man, he was unable to read as well when he first started. Now he's actually, he reads what I write to him quite often, and he asks me for help or says follow me and things like that. But in the beginning, he struggled. He was unsure what he could and couldn't do, and so we had to keep removing him from the situation, and we talked to his parents, and his parents sat in, and anytime I say CJ, mom or dad there, he gets them, and we talk and we figure things out. What we ended up doing was finding him this, because he built a castle on the beach, which was awesome, but it was actually connected to other buildings. Again, he didn't know, and ultimately, my concern was that he was running out of room fast. He was building a castle that connected to several other different buildings, and there was no room for growth. I mean, as much as it might have bothered those other players, it bothered me because he built an amazing castle, and yet he was unable to read, and I believe he's quite young, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, I don't know. Anyway, he was struggling with the concepts, but not with the building at all. And so we moved him out here and said, look, have your son build here. Let's flatten this out and let's give him space, and just look at this. Like, I couldn't be more impressed. He has a place up here with an amazing view when the world does finish loading. He has a chest in there, and he has a doorway. He has all this going on down here. Look at this. It's just incredible. He has this up here, which he has a ladder for climbing and a water drop for going back down. He has pens set up for animals and such. Several houses. Oh, and a dog I hear. Look at this. Everything is locked. But not everything. Some things. Look at that. More users, everyone. Because some things he doesn't mind sharing, and he does that quite often. He actually comes back to town. He's not secluded by any means. I hope I didn't give that impression by saying that we moved him out here. He's in town often, and we welcome him, and he goes out with other players and has fun. But we wanted to give him space, partially so that he doesn't get confused and go to the wrong spot, but more so just so that there's just so much he can do. I mean, I would live here. And I'm not kidding. This is tremendous. And I could see it from, I mean, it was a sand castle, but I could see it from that sand castle. Look at this. He knew what he was doing, and he's proven it in spades. get our night vision back on. So he's even built him, like, he built himself a little roller coaster, which apparently a sheep has gotten caught up in. He has another one over here. So yeah, unable to read, and a little difficulty following instructions in the beginning, and we give him the tools and the platform, and he does this. Oh look, Mummy's home. Now, if that isn't awesome, I don't know what is. So that's what I wanted to finish this tour with, but we're not quite done. I need to get down, but I'm in fly mode. There we go. There's one more thing I need to do. Let's go up here. Soon zoo. And we'll just warp there. Here's our zoo. Hello, everybody. Just Jacked, one of our admins, he made this self-repairing wall for anybody that needs cobblestone. Come here and take as much as you like. The Scubster BOA 9 boy. Not very many people came out. That's okay. Some people are walking, I'm sure, and don't know about the warp. So yeah. This is what we've got going on. Lots of updates, lots of plugins. Now she has night vision. So I hope you enjoyed the little tour and the update. Jello YouTube, good to see ya. I love that movie, Rio. So I hope that fills you all in. Get ready for the update that's coming, and more plugins and more exciting buildings. It's been amazing, the 24th, and this is the 1st. So a week. It's been a week, and we have some incredible things going on the server. It's been tons and tons of fun. Everybody has been great. More people coming in. Is that a zombie? Everybody. One of the things, every time I sign in, somebody asks, "Are you recording?" Oh, that's my email. "Are you recording? When are you going to record next?" So we're recording. There we are. Alright, so have a good one. I hope you had a great weekend. If you're Canadian, if you're not Canadian, I hope you had a so-so weekend. No, I'm kidding. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you all here on the 4th of July. We are going to have fireworks. And we'll probably have far too many people for what the server can handle, so try to sign in as soon as you can, because it might be first come, first serve. Only warning you. So have a good one, and I shall talk to you later.